Hello, welcome back to Worldview Connections. This is part 13 of the Philosophy of Religion. I'm Isaac Matthews, and we're beginning with the end of the argument of the problem of evil, because I think miracles have a connection with this. I'm not going to be reading the slides verbatim, so if you want to read that along with what I'm saying, summarizing, you can please pause it and read what's on the text. But I'm using this for a backdrop of my discussion today. I'm continuing with the idea that God does not necessarily need to be all knowing, all powerful, all loving, all good in order to be God. Um, I'm not holding to the argument that it's impossible for gods or a God to exist, but it doesn't need to be the Omni-God. It doesn't have to have infinite knowledge, unlimited power, be present everywhere, and have perfect goodness in order to be a God who can create and do various things that some people believe God does. So again, skipping this slide, if you want to pause and read that, that's a reference from the last one. But miracles, the reason I piggyback this onto the problems of evil is because defining a miracle is difficult. And go ahead, again, pause this. You can look at this, read these definitions of miracles. I like this one from Online Philosophy Dictionary. Feel free to pause that and read it. But are these contradictions? Is having God allowing the Omni-God, allowing suffering, but then intervening randomly? These are so random. Are these contradictions? These are definitely riddles, and they're definitely mysterious patterns. Here's a big question here, though. Why does God help one person find their car keys, but not parents who are praying to find their daughter who has been abducted and tortured to death? To me, this seems to be a big problem on this topic of miracles. And to be honest with you, this is a conundrum to me. Um, I may be open to theism. This is my question towards Omni-God, that form of monotheism. Um, there may be reasons there, but again, is God intervening at other times and not other time? Why begin intervening if you're going to have a limit to that? Anyway, this is the riddle of miracles to me. And I'm not claiming that miracles do not happen or never have happened or cannot happen. I'm simply not seeing why this has to be evidence of God, even. Miracles may be evidence that we have power within us. In fact, the center picture is Jesus. He even says, "Thy faith hath made thee whole," in various versions of the Bible. In other words, it seems like it's an internal power. Anyway, Christians have their take on that, and I know that Christians are the majority religion. But could there be an all powerful God that may not be all wise? Could God be all good? Right? And so, again, the Omni God is the problem here, of course, always in philosophy of religion. So, holding to that version of God in Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, I agree that does pose problems, though. But my question is, why not hold to a divine council hypothesis? I have references at the end of the slide today, the Michael Heiser's divine council, and the idea of monolatry, where there's the belief in the existence of many gods, but with the consistent worship of only one deity. And what are these gods? Maybe highly intelligent beings. Not talking about the joke of alien gods, but beings from other worlds, highly evolved. Maybe there's a possibility there. But people avoid this. Why? The fear of being branded a heretic. But I ask, who defines heretic? So, are miracles possible? Yes, even in open and weak theism, with the possibility of there being gods or a God who is wise, loving, good, and powerful enough to create with opportunities for the continuation of life. In other words, immortality, eternal progression, well being, and power for sentient beings is possible through science. And so that's something I want to end on, that I think God gives us the knowledge. We can use that knowledge to find ways to end illnesses, end disease, and ultimately end aging and death. Thereby becoming gods, as we'll get into Yuval Noah Harari, Homo Deus, that we ultimately become the gods. Thank you for listening. What do you think about it today? Leave a comment. Please subscribe and please share this video with friends and family. Here are my resources.